Before the United States became the most powerful nation on Earth, before skyscrapers touched the sky and its influence reached every corner of the globe, this land was something very different. It was wild, divided, unexplored, and already alive. The story of America is not a simple tale of discovery and success. It is a story of ambition and struggle, freedom and conflict, hope and contradiction. It is a story written through blood, ideas, revolutions, wars, dreams, and reinvention. To understand the United States today, we must go back to a time long before it even had a name. Long before European ships crossed the Atlantic, the land that would become the United States was home to millions of Native Americans. Hundreds of tribes lived across vast forests, plains, deserts, and mountains. They built complex societies, traded across regions, developed agriculture, and formed rich spiritual and cultural traditions. Civilizations like the Mississippian culture built massive earth mounds, while tribes such as the Iroquois formed powerful political confederations. This land was not empty, it was alive, organized, and deeply connected to nature. Everything changed in 1492 when Christopher Columbus reached the Americas. Although he never set foot on what is now the United States, his voyage opened the door for European exploration. Over the next century, Spanish, French, Dutch, and English explorers arrived, each driven by gold, land, religion, and power. The Spanish moved through Florida and the Southwest. The French explored rivers and trade routes, but it was the English who would leave the deepest mark. In 1607, the English established Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in North America. Life was brutal. Disease, starvation, and conflict nearly wiped the colony out. Survival depended heavily on Native American assistance, though this relationship was fragile and often violent. 13 years later, in 1620, another group arrived, the Pilgrims, seeking religious freedom. They settled Plymouth and laid the foundation for a new kind of society built on community, faith, and self-government. Over time, 13 British colonies grew along the Atlantic coast. Each colony developed its own economy and identity. The northern colonies focused on trade and industry. The middle colonies became agricultural centers, and the southern colonies relied heavily on plantations powered by enslaved African labor. Slavery became deeply embedded in the American economy, creating wealth for some and unimaginable suffering for millions. As the colonies grew, so did tension with Britain. The British government imposed taxes without colonial representation, controlled trade, and enforced laws that angered colonists. The idea that people should have a voice in their own government began to spread. Enlightenment thinkers inspired colonists to question monarchy and demand natural rights. In 1775, conflict exploded into war. Ordinary farmers and merchants took up arms against the most powerful empire in the world. The American Revolutionary War was long, bloody, and uncertain. But in 1776, the colonies made a bold declaration. The Declaration of Independence announced that all men were created equal and had the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It was a revolutionary idea and a dangerous one. Against incredible odds, the colonies won independence in 1783. A new nation was born, but freedom brought new challenges. How should this country be governed? How much power should the government have? These questions led to the creation of the U.S. Constitution, a groundbreaking document that established democracy, checks and balances, and individual rights. The Bill of Rights guaranteed freedoms such as speech, religion, and fair trials, principles that would shape the nation's identity. The young United States began expanding westward, driven by the belief in manifest destiny, the idea that Americans were destined to spread across the continent. This expansion brought opportunity for settlers, but devastation for Native Americans, who were forced from their lands through violence, broken treaties, and laws like the Indian Removal Act. Entire tribes were displaced, most tragically during the Trail of Tears. As the nation grew, it faced a deep and growing divide over slavery. While the northern states began abolishing it, the southern states defended it fiercely. The conflict reached a breaking point in 1861, when the country was torn apart by the Civil War. Brother fought brother in the deadliest conflict in American history. The war tested the nation's survival and its values. In 1865, the war ended with the Union preserved and slavery abolished. President Abraham Lincoln envisioned a reunited nation, but his assassination left the country struggling through Reconstruction. Former slaves gained freedom, but faced discrimination, segregation, and violence. The promise of equality remained unfulfilled. By the late 19th century, America entered the age of industrialization. Factories rose, railroads stretched across the continent, and cities exploded with growth. Immigrants arrived from Europe and Asia in search of opportunity. While industrialists built vast fortunes, workers endured harsh conditions. Labor movements emerged, demanding rights, fair wages, and dignity. The United States stepped onto the world stage in the early 20th century. It fought in World War I, then faced the devastating Great Depression, when millions lost jobs and homes. The government responded with reforms that reshaped the economy and strengthened the role of federal power. World War II transformed America forever. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, the nation mobilized its full strength. Factories produced weapons, women entered the workforce, and soldiers fought across Europe and the Pacific. When the war ended, the United States emerged as a global superpower. The post-war era brought prosperity, but also fear. The Cold War divided the world as America and the Soviet Union competed for influence, technology, and ideology. Nuclear weapons threatened global destruction. At home, the Civil Rights Movement challenged racial injustice. Brave Americans marched, protested, and demanded equality, leading to historic laws that ended legal segregation. In the late 19th century, America experienced rapid technological change. Computers, space exploration, and the internet reshaped life. The fall of the Soviet Union left the United States as the world's dominant power. But new challenges emerged: terrorism, economic inequality, political division, and global crises. The 21st century has tested America once again. The attacks of September 11th changed national security forever. Financial crises shook confidence. Social movements reignited debates about justice and identity. Technology connected the world, but also divided it. Today, the United States stands as a nation of contradictions, a country built on freedom that has struggled to deliver equality, a land of opportunity shaped by conflict, and a global leader still searching for its future. Its history is not perfect, but it is powerful. It is a story still being written. And stories like this, the rise of nations, the forces that shape our world, and the truths behind history are what we explore here. Welcome to Explainary, the channel where we create deep, engaging documentary-style videos about history, people, places, and ideas that changed the world. If you want to understand the past to better understand the present, subscribe to Explainary, because we don't just tell stories, we explain them.